Hey guys, what's up man? Thanks for visiting the channel. I'm just doing a quick review of the Oxford OX 534 Cafe bar and mirror, and maybe a little bit of what you might expect on the install. I installed it on my Kawasaki H2 SX, and yeah, I'm just going to basically put in my 2 cents. So let's go check it out. Okay guys, here it is. So the Cafe, this is the OX 534 Cafe bar and mirror. I'm going to read a little bit from the box. So the mirror itself is fully adjustable. As you can see in the picture, it can be fitted to fit the above position or the below position. I currently, on my bike, I have it, I set this up already and I had to look over at the bike to see what it is. I have it in the up position, which I prefer. This is big right here. The mirror itself is fully universal, so you can pivot. So you don't need to buy a right-end mirror or a left-end mirror. This can be adjusted to fit any direction you need. You can't see it on the picture, but on the other side here, there's a 3mm Allen wrench that you'll need, and then that allows you to pivot. It allows you to pivot the mirror in which direction. It can swing this way, that way. This right here has a hinge that allows it also to pivot. You'll need a 6mm Allen wrench for the end bar. This right here is what allows, so as you tighten your 6mm Allen wrench, this scoots down and then expands, and that's what fits into the bar. This fits 22mm handlebars. What that means is that's 7/8. 22mm is just short of 7/8. So you have a 7/8 handlebar. When you put this in there, it's going to feel loose, but when you start tightening, this expands. It expands enough to get rid of it tightens. Okay, so basically, is what I'm trying to say in a horrible way. And when it comes out, all this thing is just. Gee, man, Christmas. All this thing is just, it's just styrofoam. What? Oh, Jesus, did you just see that? I was holding this, trying to pull it, like, why won't this open? And it's because this is connected to that. Wow. I'm going to leave that on there to show everybody nobody's perfect. And anyway, so there's your styrofoam. The mirror just comes in there, laying in there. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing special. So with all that being said, let's go over to the bike and I will show you what it looks like on the bike, and then also just talk about it in a couple more steps. So let's go check it out. All right guys, there it is, the Oxford OX 534 Cafe bar and mirror. So just like on the box, that aluminum rod that was right there, you're gonna just take your 6mm Allen wrench, you're gonna slide it in, tighten it. It's gonna expand inside the handle. This handle is a 7/8 handle, and it's gonna be tight as shit. It's not going anywhere. This mirror also has a anti-glare. That blue film, anti-glare blue film, which is fantastic. It's old technology. It kind of came out in the early 2000s. They were putting on car mirrors. Works really good. I was actually really happy that it had that. Right here is your 3mm Allen wrench, and you would use that to pivot this mirror from here to here. You would only really use that if you wanted to pivot here to here so that the mirror was down here on the bottom, facing down. But that's just an option. And then lastly, you have your other pivot, which is right here, and it's machine glide. So when you turn this, I mean, it's a tough turn. I can feel it. I just set my mirrors for riding, so I don't want to turn it. But trust me, it turns here, and it's that really beautiful, smooth machine glide where you gotta give it some force, but it'll glide. But it's not gonna. You're not gonna turn it and then it's still gonna move at all. It stops where you put it. The quality on this is fantastic. It's heavy. It feels good. It's got good weight to it. You can just feel that it's well put together. I've had enough. Not enough. I've bought a crappy mirror before. You know, like those mirrors that are like $30. $40. And this, and what happens on those is they have like ball joints in a lot of these places, especially like on the back of the mirror. There'll be like a ball joint, and those ball joints just not it doesn't take very much time, but what happens is you're getting a lot of these things are exposed. If you look here, it's completely exposed to the wind and the elements. Like, it's just getting blasted on. It's not hiding within any part of the bike. So it's just getting hammered, and those things just loosen and come soft. I've had them where on my ZX14, one of the first sets I ever bought, where it just would drop, like it would just phase down. And then even when I'd go for a ride, I'd tighten it really tight as I could get it, and it might hold for about an hour, but just over the course of time, the vibration of the bike, it would just wear it down, and then it would just sag. It was really sad. Viagra couldn't even get the mirror to stand up. It was pathetic. So, yeah, that's the mirror. I'm very happy with it. I think you would be too. Let me also show you on the ZX14 when you're pulling out there is a bar in here that I want to show real quick. Let me grab it, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I said ZX14, I meant H2 SX. So what this bar is what is actually in there before you put your mirror on. What I used was a 3/16 torque wrench for this Allen head right there. And maybe this is normal, and I just never came across it before, but I just don't remember ever having this be the case with bikes, any of my other bikes. But when you get your torque wrench, you're going to have to get vice grips and take a piece of cloth or something and put it over this so you don't scratch it up and beat it up. If you're gonna, you might want to hang on to that. And take the vice grips, clamp them on here, then take your torque wrench, and you're gonna just start unscrewing your Allen head. But that Allen head, it runs all the way down into here. And as you got your vice grips on this and you start to unloosen the Allen head, go ahead and take your vice grips and just start kind of pulling out. And you're going to actually pull this whole rod out all together like this. You would think, I thought at least, that you would just unscrew the Allen head, the nut would come out, and then this would come off. And I thought I was going to take the mirror and attach it to this. Not the case. You don't want to pull the Allen head all the way out. Just start kind of loosening it. You're going to hear it spinning a little bit. And then just as you're spinning it, just kind of put some pressure and kind of push with the vice grips, and you're just going to kind of pull this whole thing out. And that'll be it. And then you'll just put your mirror on there, and I already described that. That was easy peasy. So, with all that being said, I appreciate you guys hanging with me, checking out the video. One last thing, if you're doing this on an H2 SX, the mirrors, the turn signals on the SX, and I believe the SE are on the mirrors. So I got a Brock's block off plate. I just snipped the wire, and what I'm gonna do is I just hung the wire in there. But I found this great company named Custom Dynamics. I'm gonna do a video on that too. With a really seamless turn signal that I installed on it, and I'm very happy with. But yeah, so that would be an option for you to do. So again, thanks for hanging with me, and if you have any questions or anything like that, just leave them down in the comments. I promise I'll get to them. And with all that being said, keep 2 wheels down, guys, and ride safe. Appreciate you. Take care.